What if I told you the Detroit Pistons might already have two future superstars, one knocking on the door of the NBA's top 10 and the other quietly developing into a dominant all-star center? What if the foundation of Detroit's next great era is already here, already producing, already evolving right in front of our eyes? Today, we're diving all the way in. This is a breakdown you don't want to miss. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel, where we go beyond the highlights, dig through the numbers, analyze the film, and separate truth from hype to figure out which players are truly built for greatness. In today's video, we're taking a deep, honest, and unapologetically detailed look at Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren, two players redefining Detroit basketball and possibly shaping the future of the Eastern Conference. Cade is putting together the type of performances that make you stop and say, yeah, this dude is different. The leadership, the poise, the ability to slow the game down and dictate the pace, it's rare, very rare. And then there's Jalen Duren, who is morphing into a walking double-double machine, a physically overwhelming interior presence, and a young big with an all-star level foundation. So today, we're answering two huge questions. Has Cade Cunningham officially entered top 10 NBA territory? And is Jalen Duren truly emerging as a legitimate future all-star? Let's break it down. Let's start with Cade Cunningham, because what we're seeing from him lately is nothing short of a full-scale transformation. Cade isn't just improving, he's stepping into that franchise player aura. You know exactly what I mean, the feeling when a star walks onto the court and everything suddenly feels under control. The offense moves differently, teammates to better shots, the tempo is exactly where he wants it, and the defense has to bend to him whether they like it or not. Cade has always had the IQ, but now the everything. Decision-making, pace control, shot creation, physical strength, confidence. It's all coming together. His scoring looks smoother than ever. Whether he's pulling up out of the pick and roll, getting to that mid-range, or attacking mismatches, he's dictating every possession like a seasoned veteran. And his playmaking? It's surgical. He's making reads that only the best guards in the league make. Those passes that don't just look flashy, but that break defensive structure. Every night, Cade looks more and more like a superstar who can influence winning on every possession. And that's the key. Not every high scorer is a superstar. Not every flashy passer is a leader. But Cade has that blend: scoring volume, shooting growth, playmaking, composure, leadership. And when you add those together, you get a player with real superstar gravity. Now, the big question: is Cade Cunningham playing like a top 10 player in the NBA?
What separates him is how complete his game has become. His scoring is efficient, his shot selection is mature, his reads are elite. He elevates teammates, and he's doing all of this on a team that's still developing around him, meaning he's carrying responsibilities most stars don't have to deal with. He's not just producing numbers, he's generating impact.
You watch Cade in late-game situations, and you get that sense of calm. That sense of, this possession is safe. This possession is going to be the right one. That's the same aura you see in players like Luka, Shai, Tatum, Jimmy. Players who control a game, not just with athleticism, but with craft, IQ, and confidence. That's top 10 material. And as Cade keeps stacking dominant performances, calling him a top 10 player might not be a stretch. It might simply be acknowledging what's happening right in front of us. Now let's shift the spotlight to Jalen Duren, because what he's doing is equally impressive and maybe even more surprising. Duren is becoming one of the most physically dominant young big men in the entire NBA. His athleticism is overwhelming. His strength is unbelievable for his age. His timing around the rim is improving rapidly. And his rebounding? That is where he's quietly becoming elite. There are players who rebound because they're tall. And then there are players who rebound because they're forces of nature. Duren is the latter. He explodes off the ground with power. He carves out space like a grown man, and he plays with a motor that just doesn't quit. Most young bigs struggle with physicality early in their careers, but Duren is the one delivering the physicality. His finishing at the rim is incredible. He catches everything, he dunks everything, he's a vertical lob threat every single possession. And his touch is improving too. Little hooks, little quick flips, soft finishes off the glass. those small details matter. Defensively, he's learning. He's making quicker rotations, he's reading drives better, his timing as a rim protector is catching up to his athletic gifts. And once those two things fully sync, athleticism and instinct, he will be terrifying.
When you combine his age, his production, and his efficiency, Duren's trajectory is ridiculous. If he continues to anchor the paint, dominate the glass, and punish teams at the rim, an NBA All-Star appearance isn't just a dream, it's a matter of when, not if. The blueprint is already there. He's producing numbers that many All-Star centers didn't reach until later in their careers.
And here's the part that should excite Pistons fans the most. Cade Cunningham and Jalen Duren are building real chemistry. Cade's control of the offense pairs perfectly with Duren's vertical spacing. Cade needs a big who can set strong screens, catch tough passes, and finish everything. Duren needs a guard who draws defensive attention and delivers him the ball in rhythm.
It's a perfect fit.
The more they play together, the more dangerous they become. Cade gets better looks because defenses are worried about Duren rolling to the rim with bad intentions. Duren gets easier dunks because Cade manipulates defenders with tempo and misdirection. It's a natural, seamless connection, and it's only getting stronger. And here's what makes this duo scary for the rest of the league. Neither of them is even close to their ceiling. Cade still has room to refine his off-ball scoring, consistency, and defensive impact. Duren still has room to grow as a defender, playmaker, and decision-maker. These aren't finished products. These are players who are just now stepping into who they can be. If the Pistons build this roster correctly, if they surround Cade with shooters, defenders, and high IQ role players, and if they give Duren the structure and development he deserves, their potential as a duo becomes enormous. They could become one of the best young guard-center tandems in the league. They could elevate Detroit into a competitive playoff team, and eventually they could help bring this franchise back to relevancy and respectability.
So now I want to hear from you.
Has Cade Cunningham earned his place in the NBA's top 10 conversation with the way he's been playing?
Is Jalen Duren already performing at an all-star level, or is he still a year away? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this debate is just getting started, and I want to know where you stand. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Pistons' young stars, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another breakdown, analysis, or NBA discussion. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.